Welcome to Mendenhall's Monday Mindset. This week's mindset, more than a quote, a little story I'm going to give you from one of my favorite books, The Obstacle is the Way, Ryan Holiday. Highly recommend it. But in the beginning of this book, there's a story he tells. It's an old Zen story about a king who was upset and growing frustrated because his people, society, was growing soft and entitled, and he wasn't happy with that, and he wanted to teach them a lesson. And so what he did was he put a big boulder in the middle of the road that entered the city, making it impossible to get in. And then he went and hid in the woods to watch as his people come up to this boulder to see what they would do. And as he watched, he grew discouraged and saddened because person after person after person came up to that rock and turned away. Some half-heartedly tried to move the rock, but quickly gave up and turned away. But then several days later, a lone peasant came up to the rock and tried and tried and tried and gave a lot of strain and effort trying to move this rock, more than anybody else had, but was still unable to move the rock. And so then he had an idea. He decided he'd go into the woods off to the side. He found something that he could leverage underneath the boulder, and he was able to use a branch and some leverage and move that rock. And what he found underneath the rock was a bag of gold. And in that bag of gold was a note from the king that said, "The obstacle in the path becomes the path. Never forget, within every obstacle is an opportunity to improve our condition." Unfortunately, this story rings true to me. Several years back at the office work, I had gone in and several of us were there and the power had gone out. And right away, most of the group sat there and said, "Well, I guess we got to go home now. Guess we're not working today." You could say I was a little bit frustrated, to say the least. I don't understand the mindset of when we see an obstacle, when we have challenges in our life, that the first response, the first answer is to give up. I just don't get it. I've always talked about that there is always opportunity in difficult situations. There might have been times, and there have been times in my career, where we've been down a person or two on a team, and everybody is, "So how are we going to handle this?" We're going to get it. We're going to do it. This is an opportunity to show our work ethic. This is an opportunity to rise to the challenge and show how much we can get done. This is an opportunity to show how efficient we can be. This is an opportunity to test our time management skills. This is an opportunity for us to be great. But sadly, too many people see obstacles, they see challenges, and they turn the other way. The obstacle is the way. If there is a challenge in front of you in your life, whether it be at work, at home, at the gym, in a workout, whatever it may be, big or small, I challenge you, I encourage you, I implore you to face that challenge head on, with strength, with confidence, because that is where you will grow. That is where, as the king said, we will improve our condition. We will gain strength. We will gain confidence. We will gain grit, resiliency, things that we will be able to use the next time we face a challenge and the next time we face a challenge. And before long, what happens is you realize and you look back on your life and you see, "Hey, I've done this before. I can do this again." And you build that mentality. I challenge you today to not look the other way, to not turn away, to not give up, to not give in, but instead face those challenges, see the opportunity, and get fucking after it.